make sure we got some game sounds ready to go as well. And we'll watch as our round of 8 begins here on the other side of the city. Okay, so attacking in for SpinMove, first is going to be NutriGrain. Actually changed his name from Grain. I guess he wanted to be a little bit more specific. So it is SpinMove and NutriGrain attacking. He
wanted to be healthy.
Yeah, he's going to be the first attacker of the match. This is a best-of-3 series. And Elite Mode, if you're still not familiar, if you haven't been keeping up with us, if you're new to the game, Elite Mode, they basically have 2 teams of 3 taking turns attacking and defending on one map. Oh, wow. 2 great shots already from Grain. Let's see if he can keep this going. But they're racing basically to 6 points. Whoa, 3 up, 3 down. And
nice
NutriGrain taking a very quick round for SpinMove to get us started here. ESP Junior is going to have to try pretty hard to keep up with that. And our scoreboard is actually reversed. We kind of have the wrong team on the wrong side at the moment, but we'll get that fixed as we continue on here. Akira is going to be attacking in now for ESP Junior. He is their leadoff sort of hitter. So that means they have the most confidence in him to be able to actually take a successful attack round. Yeah,
usually the first player, for those of you guys at home maybe joining in for the first time watching Shootmania, that's, like you said, the guy. That's like the one that's probably going to win the attacking round. We did see that with NutriGrain. He came out real strong, but nice shot there. I'm loving the work here by Akira. He was able to get one there, finding someone in front of him, dropping around, and he's just going to be juggling back and forth here, trying to pick someone off, but it seems as if he's struggling just a little bit to make some headway. He's going to have 6 minutes, or 6 seconds, excuse me, before that goal becomes active, and you are going to see someone hugging that bear. And it's actually a really good strategy by SpinMove.
Yep, okay, so the things you're going to want to pay attention to a lot are this little bar here. As you can see, he's got 1 armor left, ouch, and he gets picked off there at the end by NutriGrain. Again, already having a very good round with 2 defensive rockets and that successful attack round. But basically what you're watching are the armor remaining on the attacker at any one time. It starts with 3. As he gets hit by rockets, it'll drop to 2, 1, and then eventually he'll be eliminated if he takes that 3rd rocket. But also up here on the sides, we have the defenders that are still remaining against the 1 attacker. So Poor Billy attacking for SpinMove on the left, 3 defenders still standing. These names will actually go gray. They'll get grayed out as we continue on. Poor Billy actually getting rushed down. Sorry I didn't switch to him a little bit sooner there, but it looks like, yeah, ESP Junior just rushing him down, not showing any respect for him.
Yeah, the rush down was really strong there by SpinMove, obviously, but now WCK is going to be attacking, or Wick.
I'll just call him Wick. I think, why not? He's kind of lacking any vowels. I could call him Whack. Whack, Wick, Walk. He's letting us basically, take control of his name.
Dictate his name.
If he wants to, pronounce it a certain way, maybe you should throw in some more vowels. Anyway, that's all I'm saying about that. WCK, Wick attacking in now for ESP Junior. All these guys are Canadian. I think an entirely Canadian squad. Ouch! 2 defensive rockets.
Just like that. And look at the pressure, the crossing that they're having here. Nice stuff by SpinMove, but it seems like Wick's going to make his way around, finding Poor Billy in front of him. He's going to wait for him to make a mistake, but Poor Billy's probably smarter than that. But never mind, NutriGrain just whipped the rush down. Poor Billy with the stop. Nice work there, taking him out. And it seems as if the guys from ESP Junior just struggling a lot.
Yeah, so far they're having a little bit of trouble finding their laser. Actually, I kind of want to give more credit to SpinMove finding their rockets really quickly to get us started here. And yeah, SpinMove with that successful attacking round, that actually puts their score up so far that, ESP Junior has to be able to get at least 1 attacking round here because if we continue on with just defensive rounds over and over, it will just give SpinMove the win. But 1 armor already getting picked off now by WCK or Wick. And Pluxy attacking in for SpinMove as their 3rd and final attacker. They said they actually added him to the roster because he's a very strong defensive player. Yeah. His laser's fine, but that's not his strong suit.
Yeah, it definitely did show there. Pluxy struggling a lot. Couldn't really make some headway moving forward. He got rushed down big time by WCK, getting taken out. Now we are going to have the next attacker coming up here. It's going to be Sek, as Sek's going to make his way up. Now, one of the things you got to point out here, Joshy, is the fact that you have so much pressure going on in that big doorway there, and that's one of the big things you want to worry about. If anyone wants to get into competitive Shootmania, right where the mouse is hovering, that's like your focus down point. You want to make sure you're getting a lot of crosses in there and constantly applying the pressure, but Sek is going to be able to get through, getting pegged from the side there, as he is going to find someone in front of him. Poor Billy, though, is not going to get hit with that laser, and Sek dropping down, but he is going to be able to get back in the map.
That's right.
Because the maps are masterfully designed, right?
Yeah, so actually I'll pull out and we can see exactly what he's going for here. Now that he's run up this hill, this is the only entry point that he's got left to try and get on the point here. And so the defense is actually going to be able to post up.
This is not a good look.
Yeah, it's really scary to try and attempt this. this. You're floating for so long.
Do not jump.
And while you're jumping like that, your falling motion is very predictable. It gives the defense a great chance to be able to fire down on you and actually just fire up at you and keep you propped up in the air. You know, rockets do actually propel you whichever direction they hit you from, so you can keep someone suspended long enough to get 3 rockets on them from time to time. So we'll watch Nutrigrain from his first-person view again. He was the very first successful attacker that we saw, actually the only successful attacker so far in this match. Yeah,
Nutrigrain had a great run at first. Now he's going to be up again, finding someone in front of him. He is going to be pushing on forward here. And I think I saw someone on the left side of him as well, behind him, so he needs to be careful about that. Yes, there was a sec there as Nutrigrain put in the shot, not able to connect there because fences do block, but there's going to be someone in front of him. Nutrigrain's going to get away, going to get picked one time, 1 armor left there, and nice shot by Nutrigrain, getting that one on Akira as Nutrigrain needs to get away from this, and he is only going to have a couple seconds before the goal becomes live, I believe, and now he is going to have the pressure on him. There is going to be someone at the defense spot, and he is going to get taken out with only 11% put on there. Very, very interesting as Nutrigrain struggled, but still showed some prowess there with his laser. He did come out on top in a real sticky situation, it seemed like.
Yeah, he got in trouble early trying to head down that corridor there, but Akira attacking now for ESP Junior again. They did lead off with him, and this is why, because it means whoever you lead off with is going to get that second opportunity in most cases to be able to attack in for you again. As long as it's not a clean sweep, that first attacker usually does get a second attempt. And Akira hitting a laser again.
That was a good shot.
Yeah, set up quite nicely to continue here. 3 armor remaining. Again, this is a very important place to look. And the number of defenders remaining kind of being the next big important thing. Because that's kind of how you keep track of the score in a round, kind of. You know, it's 1 armor against 2 defenders. You know the attacker's at a disadvantage. If it's 3 armor against 2 defenders, there's a slight advantage. 2 and 2 is, you know, kind of a tie game for the round. But look at that. You just can't stand still like that. It's really hard.
You really can't. And the best part about that was that Nutrigrain had no idea. Oh, nice shot by Akira, tying the game at 4-4. Only for game number 1, too. Such an intense round here. Akira getting 3 on that attack. But here's the thing here that I think is really interesting is the fact that you have, like, you have this whole dynamic with this where like the players are always feeling this pressure and all these like amazing moments are being created here. You know, we just saw Akira really come out on top, and Nutrigrain did the worst thing that you could do, stay still, but he did not know he was up there. That's why. It's like he had an idea, it almost looked like, but oh, poor Billy with a shot there on Wick. But he had an idea, and he was like, wait a minute, did I see that right? He stopped, and then he got blamed.
Yeah, so Wick actually getting eliminated right there, that's a tough spot to try and defend from because you are isolated.
Yeah.
The more common areas to defend from are actually inside that little cubby to the right of our attacker here, because it does provide you that cover. When you're out in the open on that ledge, and a player just runs past you, that's all. You have nowhere to run back to. So poor Billy trying to line up that very difficult shot through the fence. Sometimes you see it happen, though. And second, Akira going to try and just bounce him off the point as long as they can. 2 armor remaining. Goal actually gets captured there. Poor Billy. Very lucky for him,
very lucky.
As he was kind of forced off that point, but it only takes about a second to a second and a half to actually capture that point.
Yeah.
And he was on it just long enough. Actually, if you get shot, if a rocket's hit near your foot, it kind of pops you up in the air, but it still counts as capturing as long as you're not like jumping away from it. So as long as you're immediately over the capture point, it still counts. So poor Billy was able to stay on long enough with his feet and without to be able to capture it. And that actually puts, again, SpinMove up 2 attacking rounds to 1. And that's the kind of thing that drives this game forward. They're on map point now.
Ooh.
If they hit only 2 more armor now on WCK, they're going to win this map.
And that was a close rocket there that Wick managed to avoid, but it seems like Wick's going to make his way around here, going for the flank, trying to see if he can find someone caught with their pants down here. Oh, he is going to find someone over by the goal. 1 shot easy as Wick is now going to jump around over here and seeing if he can find another target. He does manage to locate him, but he is not able to hit him as poor Billy gets the shot, and there's going to be someone by the goal. 1 health left. Can Wick do this to keep the drive alive here for ESP Junior? And it seems like he is not going to be able to. 5 seconds left on the clock. He is taken out.
Yep, Pluxy finds that rocket. Again, I said Pluxy was added onto their team as a sort of defensive superstar, and there you see he's one of the best players actually at the point. And really good round from Nutrigrain. 7 defensive rockets and that successful attacking round. Poor Billy with another great performance. Pluxy just landing that 1 defensive rocket, but it was the one that ended the map, so still pretty good. We are going to get the map choice here from ESP Junior. It's going to be Crossroads. So as we get into that next map, let's go ahead and hop into a break. And on the other side, we'll be back with game number 2 between ESP Junior and SpinMove.